Everyone, welcome to the Nova Scotia Volleyball Championships Weekend 1 2019, Halifax, Nova Scotia at the Canada Games Centre on 360 Sports. I'm Rachel Alani and I've got your call for you. And if you have tuned in yesterday or today for any of the 14U boys action, this is what we are here for. It is your gold medal matchup in front of you to see who is going to be crowned the champions of this championship weekend. We've got the Tide Volleyball Club led by head coach Thea Wall and the Bedford Blizzards Navy team led by head coach Logan Bailey. And we're going to get started right away. Starting us off with a serve is the Blizzard side. Here is Holden Cadden with the serve. That ball is passed up, dumped over. And it looks like we are going to see a carry call by the up official on that first point. Back to serve, Holden Cadden. And it is a service ace. Cadden back to serve. That one's going to hit the top of the tape, and that is going to be a tied point. And that ball is passed up, set in the middle. There's a big swing over the double block, and it looks like we are going to see a net violation called on the blockers by the down official, Leah Springate. Back on the line, serving the ball here. Number 1, Xavier Rivard. That ball a little bit too tight for the Tide, and that is going to be a Blizzard point. Rivard back to serve. And that ball is going to land inside of the court. And that is going to be a Blizzard point. Xavier Rivard back to serve again. That ball is passed up, and putting that ball down with some authority is the Blizzards front line party ball kill. Back to serve here is Rivard. And that first contact is up. Free ball put over by Fields. Picked up by the hands of Rivard. Set to the left. There is a big swing cross court, and that one is going to land out of bounds for the left side hitter. Point going to the Tide. Tide's number 4, Bradley Hatfield, back to serve. Rivard with the pass. Set out to the left. There's a roll shot from Ryland, and that is going to score. Heading back to serve here now, Riley Crosley. That ball is passed up, set in the middle. And there's a big dig from the back row from Bedford. Once again, he's going to touch that ball. That is Crosley. Swing in the middle from Lang. And we are going to see a smart Tide play there. Isaac Crow throwing that ball down the line. That is going to be a point for Tide. Back to serve here, Isaac Crow. And that ball is going to sail long and out of bounds. Point going to Bedford. Back to serve for the Blizzard side, Josh Collins. That ball is passed up. Set to the right, free ball over. A huge dig in the back row from Rivard. Swing down the line, picked up by Crosley. And there's the tide with the party ball over Drew Williams. Free ball over from Lang. Picked up by the hand of Fields. Pushing it deep is Levi Spence. And that ball almost kept alive by the Blizzard side, but Tide too much pressure with their clever spots. That's going to be a Tide point heading back to serve a Levi Spence. That ball passed up by Rivard. Up there to block it is Eric Fields, and he is going to get that point for his team. Levi Spence back to serve. That ball passed up by Crossley. Lang in the middle, big dig with the arm of Crow, but it went behind him, not in front of him. And that is going to be a point for Blizzard. And back to serve here is Aiden Ryland. That ball passed up by Crow. Set to the left. And trying to trickle it over the tape is Jack Maddie. That one not quite making it. That is going to be a Blizzard point, sending Aiden Ryland back to serve again. And it is a service ace. That first contact there by the Tide, not quite able to manage it for a second. That is going to be another service ace from Blizzard, and we are going to see a timeout called by head coach Theo Wall for the Tide side. Both teams back on the court here looking for a gold medal. 12 serving 5. There's a big serve there. Swing in 1, and there is a fired up play from the Tides. Number 9, Eric Fields with the kill. And he's going to send his teammate Jack Maddie back to serve. And that ball is tomahawked up by Rivard. Free ball over from Lang. Passed up by Crow, set out to the left. There's a swing from Hatfield. Lang in the middle again, this time dropping it short, picked up by Crow. A deep free ball push, Rivard. And he is gonna take a tug on it cross court, and that is gonna score. Bedford Blizzard in the lead here. 13-6. And Ethan Lang is gonna head back to serve. That ball is passed up. Free ball over. Passed up by Ryland, set in the middle. Free ball put over by Crosley. And a jump set from the Tide setter. And there's Rivard with a big swing. That one landing out of bounds on him. Point going to the Tide. Heading back to serve here now, number 5, Drew Williams. And that ball just sailing out of bounds. Point going to the Blizzard team. Back on the service line, this is Holden Cadden. That ball is passed up, set to the middle. There is a big swing there from Isaac Crow, taking out the defense on the Blizzard side. And back to serve is Eric Fields. That one going into the top of the tape, point Blizzard. Back serving the ball here is Xavier Rivard. That ball trickling over the top of the tape, recovered by the Tide's front row. Set in the middle, there is a swing by Crosley, dug up by Maddie. And the Tide are gonna win that point. Back to serve here is number 4, Bradley Hatfield. That ball is off of Lang's platform. Service ace for the Tide. Serving the ball again here is Hatfield. Rivard with the pass. Set out to the left. There's a swing cross court from Ryland. Now Crow in the middle looking to get past that double block, but not able to do so. That point is going to be a Blizzard point. And back to serve here is Riley Crosley. That ball passed up by Maddie. Tide looking to jump set it, but we are going to see a net violation called there on the Tide setter. That's going to be a Blizzard point. There's Crosley with the serve, and that is going to be a service ace. And it looks like we are going to see a timeout called here by the Tide side. And back on the line, Riley Crosley with the serve. And a swing down the line from Spence, picked up by the Blizzard defense. Tip over from Spence, and that tip over is gonna score. Point going to the Tide. Back on the line for Tide here is Crow. That ball is passed up, set out to the left. And there is a swing between the blockers. Aiden Ryland with the kill. And back to serve here is Josh Collins. That ball is passed up, set to the back row. Crow with the swing picked up by Rivard. Set to the left and a sweet swing. Sharp cross this time by Aiden Ryland is going to score. Back to serve Josh Collins. That ball is passed up, set to the left. Maddie with the swing deep cross, picked up by Crosley. Lang with the deep shot, picked up by the Tide's defense. Once again, taking a tug on it is Maddie. Free ball over from Rivard, picked up by the hands of Hatfield. And it looks like we're going to see a call, double contact there on that first set. A tough call there for that defender. Josh Collins back to serve. That ball's going to land out of bounds. Point going to the Blizzard, rather the Tide. Tide point, Levi Spence back to serve. 12 serving 21. And that ball's tomahawked up. And a swing down the line for number 24, Holden Cadden with the kill. And that is going to send Aiden Ryland back to serve. That ball is deep and not quite passed up. That is going to be a Blizzard point. Back to serve is Ryland. And it is a service ace. 24-12 here in this first set. This is the gold medal match for the 14U boys category. Looking to claim this first set here on the line for his team. Aiden Ryland serving the ball for Bedford Blizzard. And that ball is going to land just out of bounds. Point going to Tide. That ball is passed up. Set to the right. Free ball over from Lang. Picked up by the hands of Spence. Dumped over. And there's a one-handed set from the Blizzard side. Big swing down the line. It is picked up by the defensive Blizzard. Free ball over from Collins. Collins again with the pass. Set out left. Rivard going down the line. Dug up by Spence. And there you have it. That is the first set, folks. The Bedford Blizzard Navy team are going to take that one. Don't go anywhere. We've got to see who is going to win this gold medal. Both teams are back on the court and ready to battle it out for the 14U boys gold medal at the Nova Scotia Volleyball Championship 2019 weekend one. The Bedford Blizzard Navy team did take that first set, but we are starting fresh here at zeros, tied versus Blizzard. Let's see what happens here. Back on the line, serving the ball is Eric Fields. That ball is going to sail long and out of bounds. Blizzard point. And heading back to serve here for Blizzard, Holden Cadden. And that ball going into the top of the tape. That is going to be a point for tied. That ball passed up. Set to the back row. And there's a big swing from McMillan. He's going to push that free ball over. Blizzard saving the ball. And a little scrambly action there, but hitting that ball is Rivard, and that is going to close off at that point. Blizzard with the kill. Heading back to serve now is Xavier Rivard. And that serve is passed up and over. And that scramble play goes towards the tied side this time. Simon LaBelle back to serve. Fields with the first contact. It is saved by Cadden. And trying to put that free ball over is Blizzard. Simon LaBelle with the serve again, passed up by Ryland. He's going to get the set out left, and the little wiffle shot down the line is going to score. Heading back to serve here now, number 8, Dominic Sorrento. That ball is passed up and over by McMillan, picked up by the hands of Cadden. And there's a triple block. Fields is going to beat that ball past it, and he is going to get up there to block just in case it comes back. And that is going to be a point for Blizzard. Dominic Sorrento back to serve. And there you have it, that point going to the Blizzard as that ball lands on the inside of the court. Sorrento back to serve again. That ball hitting the top of the tape, point going to the Tide. Heading back to serve here now for the Tide is Liam Ricks. That ball is passed up, set to the left. Free ball pushed deep by Ryland, picked up by Maddie. And a free ball looking to come over up there to block it just in case he does is Ryland, and that is going to be a point for Bedford. Heading back to serve here now is Jacob Evans. That ball is passed up, put over. Set in the middle to Field. Field is going to take a tug off of it, and it is going to go off the blocker's hands and out of bounds. Point Blizzard. Back to serve again. Here is Jacob Evans. And there's a big deep serve. And that is Evans with the service ace. Evans with the big serve, passed up by Jack Maddie, but no one there for that second contact, and that is going to be a service ace. And we are going to see a timeout called by the Tide volleyball side. Both teams back on the court, and serving the ball still here for the Bedford Blizzard side. This is Jacob Evans. Float serve, passed up by Ricks, set out left. There's a swing down the line from McMillan, picked up by Rivard. And there's a swing deep cross into the court by Aiden Ryland for the kill. Back to serve again. Here's Jacob Evans with his tough float serve. And that one's first contact touched by Maddie, but no second contact to be found. Service ace. Evans with the serve. That one going out the side of the boundaries of the court, but not without a good run from him first. Now it is the Tide's time to serve the ball. Back on the line here is number 12, Bowen McMillan. And that serve landing out of bounds, point going to Blizzard. Back to serve here is Aiden Ryland. Float serve, passed up and over by McMillan, picked up by Evans. Set to the left, Rivard with the swing, but a big dig by Ricks. And there's a big swing from the middle, that one going out of bounds, and a beautiful track. Aiden Ryland following that ball to the line. And after he does that, he is going to serve the ball for his team. Float serve. That one is going to land right on the inside corner of the court. Service ace. Back on the line here is Ryland. That one is going to hit the top of the tape. That point going to Tide volleyball. Back on the service line, Travis McAndrew. That ball just landing short, point going to Blizzard. Back on the line, here is Ethan Lang with the serve. That ball is passed up, set to the left. A swing over from Maddie. Rivard from the left, and he is going to put that ball away with some authority. Lang with the serve, and it is a service ace. That ball is passed up. Set to the left. Maddie with the tip down the line. Picked up by Evans. And it looks like we've got two people going after one ball there. That ball not quite making it over. And that ball is up and over. Picked up by the hands of McAndrew. And there is a block up there to not let that ball come by. That is going to be a Blizzard point. And there is a big serve. Service ace from Holden Cadden. Jump float. That ball is passed up. And a little bit of a missed swing there from Rickson. That is going to be a point for Bedford. And there is a jump float. Passed up, but no set to be found. Another service ace. Jump float. And another service ace. Holden Cadden putting some pressure at the line now. Jump float. That ball passed up. Recovered off the net. But it looks like we will see it called as a carry, and that is going to be a Bedford Blizzard point. There's a jump float going into the top of the tape, and that is going to be a point for Tide. That ball hitting the top of the tape. That is going to be a Blizzard point. Looking to finish this set here and win themselves a gold medal is the Blizzard team. Xavier Rivard back to serve 24-8. That ball is passed up. Set backwards and over, and it looks like Bedford Blizzard are going to get that call for a back row violation. And there you have it, folks. The Bedford Blizzard team are your gold medal winners for the 14U boys category. Congrats to them, and congrats to Tide for a great season and a tough loss, but a good fought battle. Don't go anywhere, folks. We still have some 14U girls action coming up, and then later on this evening, some 18U girls pool play.